reality is if you swoop in and start making decisions for her, you're not doing anything differently than sometimes what the assailant did. Just sweeping her off and saying, you're going to do this. Well, she knows herself best, and as a result, might start to refuse. And then when things get really bad, combine the substance abuse with the fact that people have been trying forever, and she says, no, really, I want the help this time. That whole story of crying wolf can come about for her at the worst time. And the other thing about survivors, whether or not they use, they try to solve the situation themselves first. Just like you and I. Whenever you have a problem or I have a problem, I try to fix it myself. And in the end, that's what survivors do too. Some people think, oh, they go running. No. Holy cats, I wish they came to Safe House the first time it came up. I do. But I think we only see about a fourth of the actual situations. And I was talking about a number over 5,000. So I think we're only seeing about a fourth of what's really out there, because they're trying to fix it themselves, and many don't ever make it.
So historically, the Women's Christian Temperance Union, 1874, was created not because these folks wanted to start prohibition, but it was created because they thought there was a link between intoxication and woman abuse and child abuse. Their hearts were in the right place, but their information was flawed. They drew a causal connection between these two. So eventually that led to what we saw in the 20s with prohibition and some of the things that have been said over time. But this didn't stop domestic violence. Prohibition didn't stop domestic violence. The only thing that's going to stop domestic violence is the thing that caused domestic violence, which is what that young man was talking about. The perpetrators of domestic violence have to stop doing what they're doing. And when they do that, me and Barbara will have to find new jobs. Because it's because of them, women go to Safe House and men come to the ADA program. Historically, there has been this rub between these two movements. The domestic violence movement and the addiction movement. The addiction movement has been working for decades to remove the stigma of addiction. Hopefully you've heard some of